Hello, everyone. Um, Two suspects were arrested in the death of Aiden Leos, that 6-year-old that was shot in a road rage shooting, buckled to his car seat on his way to kindergarten in California. I guess it was a 24-year-old man that was the driver, and then I guess the passenger was his 23-year-old girlfriend. Several news outlets went to his social media pages and found a lot of videos of him shooting guns. I think it took, 2 weeks since his death? I think it was like 2 weeks. Something like that. Yeah, 2 weeks. 2 weeks, yeah, more or less. And then Harry and Meghan, their daughter, Lilibet Diana, was born Friday at 11:40 a.m., although the couple waited 48 hours to release that information. She was named Lilibet, is still Queen Elizabeth's nickname, and then her middle name is after her grandmother, Diana. Yeah, named after the Queen and Princess Diana. Yeah. So I guess this former NASA astronaut, James Halsell Jr., found guilty of manslaughter and another charge after he drank a bottle of wine. He drank a bottle of wine and he, I guess, took some pills and sleeping pills, I think, and went 100 miles an hour, made a car flip over, rammed into a car, killed two young sisters, 11 and 13. Yeah. And initially he was charged with reckless murder. But, you know, he got convicted of a lesser charge, manslaughter, and another charge, assault, while driving under the influence. Now, he could have gotten up to 60 years in prison, but since he was an astronaut, and yes, I think this is because he was an astronaut, he was given just 4 years in prison and 10 years probation. And they say, the prison says that if James breaks his probation, breaks the rules, violates his probation, he could get up to 16 more years in prison. Fisher-Price, yeah. So Fisher-Price released new information. They admitted that 90 deaths were linked to one of their products. It was released in 2009. 90 deaths since then. And you're just now, well, you did recall it in 2019, but they did recall it in 2019, but yeah, they're just, it's just now resurfacing, and yeah. So we're getting new video footage of the woman who was found with a 6-year-old boy dead in a hotel 130 miles out from his Houston home. Yeah, in court. Yeah. She just got charged with tampering with evidence. That's all she got charged with. But yeah, she's expected a more severe charge. Yeah. Just sad that children are dying. It was another deadly weekend in Chicago, I think, just in one shooting, like 50 dead. Or not 50 dead, 50 shot. But I think, 6 dead. Many children are victims of these mass shootings. And it's ridiculous. Yeah, these bugs out here are just horrible. Like, this is a horrible mosquito tick season. Like, it is horrible out here. Record heat across basically anywhere east of Phoenix. So, like, at least 3/4 of the country have experienced record heat over the past 24 hours. Many are experiencing extreme weather other than heat. Like, in the west, there's wildfires because of the heat. In the south, because of the heat, there's floods. Boston and Washington, D.C. are under heat advisories. Schools that are still open are going remote. And cooling centers are opening. Great goodness. Yeah, but yeah, it's what it is in June. It's getting hot, you know. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of cloudy out here. Yeah, it rained a bunch earlier, so when it got too hot here, only about 70, maybe 77 degrees, but I don't think it got any hotter than that. Yeah, and then Kamala Harris finally went to Guatemala. Today, her initial flight out got delayed, but she's out there now. Spoke today to migrants who wanted to come here to U.S. She simply said, do not come. Very simple, very right to the point. Don't come. Because, you know, our migrant children in U.S. custody numbers are at a 20+ year high. Well, they were, at least. I don't know where they are now, but I don't think, I don't think it's quite over yet. It's just that other things have been happening and mainstream media hasn't been talking about it as much. It very well could be over. I don't know for sure, but yeah, and she's expected to go to Mexico and talk to people there, and yeah, too many people have been coming into this country, and action has to be taken, and action is finally being taken 4 months after Biden was sworn in, but better late than never, I guess. Anyway, subscribe to my channel. I have got to go now. Bye.